Are we ready in the back? Ready. All right. Welcome, welcome. Hi, I'm Leslie Atkinson. I'm also a member of the Awakening Giants TV show. I was in season 1 and I traveled to New Zealand, and that was quite the adventure for me. And this, traveling to India, is my second adventure. When I actually was born in the United States, in the state of Alabama, in a town called Madison. In Madison, I lived on a very humble cotton farm. I grew up working on the farm every day. And at that time, I often worked after school for hours and on weekends. From the age of 8, I had worked with my hands in the fields. I also cut yards, people's grass, and their lawn care. And every day in Alabama, it is very hot. It can be 90 to 100 degrees and much humidity, very much like the beautiful Mara. And at that time, though I was in the United States, I was not rich. I lived in a very small trailer. I shared a room with 2 brothers. And the biggest dream I had at the time was to be able to live in a home with air conditioning. That was my dream. I stand before you today for the first time traveling across oceans to meet your wonderful country that has welcomed me, your city, your people, and your food, which has enriched my body the entire process, and all of the kindness. I have just been flooded and filled with so much kindness and joy. I had no understanding that was possible until the last few days. At times it's been almost overwhelming, but how can you be overwhelmed when it's love? All you can do is receive it and spread it back out. There is much color here in India, and one of my favorite things is I got to go shopping. And as you can see, I've started finding very beautiful pieces. I have found 5 already, so if you see me change during the day, do not be surprised, because I'm so excited to try on these new clothes. And I do it with honor and respect, because I want to share the art and beauty of your culture, not only with you, but I look forward to taking it back home. So I have enough clothes, it's like a new wardrobe for me. And I'm sure many more pieces will be joining me on my travels. I have already given away several of my clothes, so there's more room. And I also packed very little. As Mamta said, you came to India naked. And I said, yes, please dress me and feed me and I will receive it. So one of my favorite things is to realize is often that it is through beauty, which is expressed in art, that we actually truly get educated. Art has many forms. It has this beautiful material we have on now. It has sound. It may be the music you hear in the streets, beep, 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 which was quite annoying at first. And so I learned how to hear it as a symphony, an orchestra. And I suddenly could hear how the sound bounced off of the vehicles next to me. I could hear how it bounced off the building, and I suddenly could see the intuitive nature of how that was singing to me, so I knew when to turn, when to stop, when to pause. Often just to let my fellow man or fellow sister to also be guided through in life and flow. And I did not understand that at first. But that is how the art of even the beep beep all through town has communicated to me. What I'm so excited is when I get home, I can share these experiences, because from abroad, they don't translate very clearly. And even then, I will struggle to find words to do it justice. But I will bring back clothes and art, maybe statues, pictures of my journey. Many people are following it now. And even the singing, whether it's the singing on the streets of the beep beep or in the temples, which I got to enjoy yesterday as well. And just the smiles that shine from each of you. It has warmed my heart. And it made me realize that I too should encourage and find myself other ways to express myself in an artistic form. So today I invite and encourage you to ask yourself, how can you express your art form? And do not put a box around it. Do not put it in the jar. Find a way to allow it to be. For one of my dear friends that on this trip, she always dresses magnificently. We actually call her Angel and Glamgula because she's always glamorous, right? And that is one of the beautiful ways that she expresses her art form. So it may not be the way you think. And on my journey in the last couple of years, I decided to take an art form and find a way to express myself. And can anyone guess what I might have tried to take a class on? Ideas? Some might think it's yoga. No. Some might think that I took a class on piano. No. I chose belly dancing. And I was really shocked. My first 2 lessons, I cried. And I cried and I cried, and I did not understand why. So I went to my instructor, and she told me that emotions were stuck in my body, and they needed to come out. So, because I wanted to quit. I thought I was no good. And my shoulder wouldn't move, and I couldn't understand. But I took 6 more classes. And as I did, I realized that I actually had movement. I actually had flow. And that in me, I could express that art form with the movements of my body. Sometimes they'll be like, wow, powerful. And other times they may be more elegant. But most of the time I like to shimmy and shake. And so anytime the music turns on, don't be surprised if you see my foot tapping and wanting to jump up, because I have found it may not be my career, the thing that I am paid to do, but is the thing that actually releases all those emotions through me and out of me in a way that often makes you giggle, laugh, and hopefully even join me sometimes, so that you can feel that aliveness and feel the expressiveness. So it is through all types of art form, whether it be our fabric and how we dress, or how we dance, or smile, maybe how we paint to create these beautiful displays around us, how we plant the flowers in our gardens. All of those are various expressions, and sometimes they're just for you, and sometimes they're meant to be shared. So I invite you to embrace your art form, express it in the world that honors you, and know that by doing that, you're actually educating everyone else and empowering them to also shine bright through their art forms. So I thank you for allowing me to share my story. And our additional Waking Giants have arrived, so I need to see if they're ready to join us on stage. Pamela, would you like to join us?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.